Deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Wheezy. Card 3, sensation. Wait, then pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, touring, soaring, open road, exploring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bloodline Bets. I'm your host, Ejay. I'm here with my boy, J-Maal. I'm here with my boy, Jermaine. How y'all doing? How's everything going since the NCAA tournament? Jermaine cleaned up. Unfortunately, he dominated us again. He's been on a heater. I'll give him props. He picked the Super Bowl champ. He picked the NCAA champion. I got to give him props. Jermaine, go ahead. Take your moment to do a lap and gloat.
No, things are going good. I'm hot. The picks are hitting every time. I'm confident. I think I'm just using something you guys don't have. Simple logic. You know what I mean? Michigan, congrats to them. And hopefully I can help you out tonight and we can win some money together.
All right. Molly Maul, how you doing? I know it didn't work out as well as you wanted in that tournament. I know you're feeling good about this NBA tournament. You've been talking a little smack in our little group chat. Let me know what you're thinking.
Yeah, the NCAA was a complete disaster for me. I'm not going to lie. Hurt my ego a little, but I'm back at it. I think we'll get some good stuff with the NBA playoffs, win some bets, get back on track.
Awesome. Yeah, I was a little hurt. I won't lie. I was winning. I had a nice little lead. I had a nice comfortable lead actually for a few rounds there. And then Jermaine picking the Michigan final and me picking Duke and then blowing that game against UConn completely blew my bracket to shit. So congrats, Maine. We'll take that. We'll take that L. You've been doing good. Let's see how we do in this NBA one. I guess for the viewers, if you guys want to go with the hot hand, you're going to go with Jermaine's picks. If you want to go with the current winner, you're going to go with my picks. If you want to go with some wild shit, you might go with Maul's picks. But here we go. Maul, set it off and let us know what we're going to be doing today.
All right, we'll jump into the NBA playoffs. The final games to set the rankings are today. We got the Charlotte game and the Golden State game. But we'll mostly be talking about the first round. So the first topic I want to talk about is who's the team under the most pressure to win it all. Start with you, man.
For me, it's easy. It's the team that matters the most to me. It's the New York Knicks. We didn't change a whole hell of a lot other than letting go of the coach. Picked up Alvarado. There's a lot of energy around the Knicks. I'm hesitant to put a lot of money into them getting over the top, but I think there's a lot of pressure on them. You can't go from East Final fire coach and then go backwards.
Yeah. I agree with that pick. I'll go with another pick in the West. I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets. I think because of their superstar player, Nikola Jokic, what he's done, I think this season he set another record, most assists, most rebounds. The first player to lead the NBA in assists and rebounds in the same season. So he's out here just breaking records, doing things that no other player has done. With that said, he's got to win some championships. You can't just be a stat filler. You can't be a guy that's just dominating the regular season. To be one of the greats of all time, you got to do it in the playoffs. You got to win the games. We remember the greats that win. We don't remember the guys that are, second place. So for that reason, I think there's a lot of pressure on the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic to get it done. And I think they have a very, very good chance this year to get it done. They're one of the best teams. So, yeah, I got them as the team under the most pressure.
Yeah, I got the Knicks in the East, too. I won't spend too much time on that. I think we all agree. You fire the coach thinking that's going to change the fortune of your team. You're hoping Tatum doesn't come back. Halliburton's not coming back, so this was your year. In the West, I'm going to go with something that probably most people aren't going to agree with, but that's what I'm here for. I'll go with the Houston Rockets because I think this is Kevin Durant's best and last chance to make it to the finals. I know the West is heavy, but this is the best team he's going to ever have. He's only getting older, and the amount of money they're going to have to pay some of these young guys, they're not going to be able to keep this team together.
Let me ask you a question on the spot here, Mo. I want to ask you a question on the spot. The biggest problem everybody knows that's wrong with Houston is their point guard, correct? They lost Van Fleet. They haven't found a replacement. What's the last NBA champion that you can recall that didn't have a solid point guard?
Last NBA champion without a solid point guard. Let me think. Oh, I guess you would. I would guess you would go the Thunder. They don't have a point guard. I wouldn't call Shy a typical point guard. He's a,
call him.
I don't think he's a point guard though. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard.
He plays the point.
That handles the ball a lot. So I'm going to go. I'll go with
You're going with OKC with that answer? You're trying to get technical on me?
Yeah.
Because I think that's a huge glaring hole, and I think it's hard to play deep into the playoffs without that position. I was gonna say if you had to pick someone, maybe the Milwaukee Bucks. Remember back when they won?
Yeah.
They didn't really have a
Drew
true
Holiday, bro.
Actually, sorry, there you go, Drew. So I'm even staking that up.
Bro,
yeah,
I'm going
I don't know, dog.
all the way back to the Lakers. Derek Fisher, that guy was a bum. He hit a couple shots, but he was a bum, bro, for real.
Wasn't Fisher Nick at one point?
Oh man, no. What the hell? No.
All right. Sorry, go ahead, Mal.
So Houston, I don't think Shea's the typical point guard, but we'll move past that. Next topic I got here for you guys is the most
Derek Harper. Sorry. Derek Harper's what you're thinking. You messed me up so bad right there.
My bad.
You fucked me up, but you did. I was like, no, I think it's Derek Harper. Okay, cut that out. Go. Sorry, Mal.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Next topic: most dangerous lowest seed that team should be afraid of. I'll start with you, Ejay. Who do you got for most dangerous lowest seed?
Yes, sir. I got the Toronto Raptors. I'm not trying to be a homer here. I'm not trying to pick no old Canada type stuff. I just believe the Toronto Raptors have a really good chance as a lower seed to upset the Cleveland Cavaliers. Main reasons, I'll get right to it. Shout out James Harden. He's one of the greatest players of this generation, one of the greatest offensive players of this generation. But in the playoffs, he hasn't really been the most clutch player. I think that's an area that he tends to get tight. This feels like a series that could go 7 games. Him in 7-game series hasn't been at his best. And I just like what Toronto's been doing. I like the coach over there. I don't know how to say his name, so I'm not gonna butcher it on this show. But I believe he's a pretty solid coach. I really like what they got on the wings there, and I do think Brandon Ingram is one of the better players in the NBA that's not talked about, like one of the most slept on all-stars in the league. So I like what they got going on in Toronto, and then we'll talk about Scotty Barnes a little later in the show, but I'm pretty high on Scotty Barnes' upside, so I think Toronto can definitely upset Cleveland and move on in the first round.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty easy. I don't really think any of the underdogs have a great chance. The only underdog technically I have winning is Houston over the Lakers. So none of them. I think there's a reason they play 82 games and the cream rises to the top. The top 4 is better than the next 4, and I think we just need to gloss over that whole first round. There's no shockers, there's no upsets. We all know who's hitting up here. It's the big boys here.
Okay. Again, I'm gonna go out on a limb and be the crazy person. If Ant-Man is 100%, if I'm an opposing team, I do not want to face the legend killer. Not Randy Orton, but Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. He's taken out Joker. He's taken out Durant. He's taken out Luka. He's taken out the cream of the best of the best. So I'll pick them. And in the East, I know it's gonna cause a little rift here, but I wouldn't want to play the Atlanta Hawks either. Strictly from their length, they have the length to bother the Knicks.
You should have just put on an Atlanta Hawks jersey for the show if you're gonna say that shit.
Yeah.
No, I think
the room.
I think if I'm in the East, I wouldn't want to face them. They have nothing to lose. They're playing with nothing to lose. So all out.
They're gonna lose 4 games, bro.
We'll see.
And this has nothing to do with the fact that he's an Atlanta Falcons fan. Nothing to do with it at all. Just for the record. No connection there at all.
No.
Just another bad take. Let's go.
Next topic. I got what is one of the, you guys can pick what do you want to do, but one of the superstars that either has the most to lose or the most to gain with a great playoff run. We'll start with you, man. Who you got?
Most of gains Wemby. You know what I mean? If Wemby can do what we all think he can do. He's a creative player. He's that guy we used to create back in the day on 2K, NBA Live. You make the big stretchy guy who can shoot the threes. He's elastic, man. Like he blocks shots. He's hitting step back threes. He's so dominant. If he can prove to be what we all think he's on the road to being right now, he's the next guy. He carries the mantle moving forward.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That was on my list. Okay, I got Shea as another player that has a lot to gain here. If Shea can win a back-to-back champion, that puts him in rare air. Back-to-back MVP, back-to-back champion. He'll probably be the Finals MVP again, so that'll be back-to-back Finals MVPs. That puts you in absolute rare air. He'll start to be compared to the best guards of all time. So I think he has a heck of a lot to gain. And another player I'm just going to throw out there, and this is just my personal opinion on it. I think this guy has a lot to gain and nothing to lose, and that's Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum coming back early has shown that he's a tough son of a bee, and you know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. We can see what the Celtics were doing without him. I don't think he was worried about his ego and like, I don't want to see the team win without me or any of that nonsense. I think he literally was like, if I can get back and help us get to another level, I'll do that. And we're watching that in real time. If he can take this team to the next level and they win a championship, that's a crazy story. He's going to go down in history as one of the greats. This is going to elevate his status, to one of that top tier status. And if he doesn't, people are just going to be like, hey, man, you're coming back from a torn Achilles. Like, shout out to you for even trying. So I think he's one of those guys that's in a sweet spot with the most to gain and nothing to lose.
Yeah, I'll do it quick with most gain. It's obviously Wemby. He's the only one that doesn't have a title out there. Yeah, I would have put Luka, but Luka's hurt. So I'll go with Wemby because if he does this gauntlet of superstars and takes them all out and wins his first chip, sky's the limit for that kid. Again, I'll probably be crucified for this, but the most to lose is going to be Joker. If he doesn't win, he will go down as just another guy that stuffs the stats and won. And at the end of the day, he'll be looked at as one of my favorite players, Dirk Nowitzki. He'll be in the same vein as Dirk. Great player, won, and then nobody will care after that. So I'm going to go with Joker as that because if he wins one, he's just Dirk.
That's harsh though, man. Like you're talking about, like the Dirk is not looked down on by guys like me. Like,
no, but he's not also up there with the Kobe.
Yeah, like when you say just another guy, that's a bit harsher than the Dirk. That's like just another guy is like
Patrick
I don't even
Ewing.
want to put somebody's name on that, but
Carmelo Anthony. Those are just like Dominique Wilkins.
Great
stats, never won. That's just
I know.
You win one championship, like Chauncey Big Shot Billups. That one championship puts him in another level, man. For that season, for one season alone, good as anybody.
I feel you, Mo. If he doesn't win another championship, it doesn't get him in that upper tier that his stats and his dominance says he should be in.
Yeah, who this hurts? They're on our damn chest. It's the Knicks, man. If Brunson continues to prove that he can't play winning basketball and he's not a good enough number one option, and if Cat continues to be just an all-around jackass, you know what I mean? If Cat continues to not be the dominant big man that everybody thinks he has the talent to be, and the Knicks fail again, that's who's got the most to lose here. What are we even talking about?
Ooh, okay.
That's another one. I'm not going to argue with that. I hope Cat steps up, but we'll see.
So do I.
All right, who we got a breakout superstar for this year's playoffs? Somebody that's tuning in, doesn't really tune into the NBA on a day-to-day basis, tunes in, watch this NBA playoffs, and is like, that's the next guy. Who do you got, Ejay?
All right, I got Stephon Castle coming out of San Antonio Spurs. I think he's got a phenomenal chance to break out in this postseason. He's only 21 years old. He's playing alongside the big freak over there in Wemby. We got the Greek freaks, now we got the big freak, eh? So he's playing along that alien over there. And anytime you're playing Robin to someone's Batman, you got a chance to break out. All eyes on you in the playoffs. And then I think he's got a phenomenal talent. He's a two-way player. So I think he's going to be one of those people that's going to be on everybody's radar in this postseason run. And we know the Spurs are primed to make a deep run, so should be prime for him. In the East, I got Scotty Barnes out of the Raptors. I know people have seen him. I know everybody's talking about how Scotty's been in his Subway commercials, and they think he's kind of already been known. but this is the time for him to actually show himself. If they can upset the Cleveland Cavaliers, sorry, he's a two-way player. I think you're going to see him guard Harden a little bit in this series. He's going to make life hard on him. And I think he's a damn good offensive player too, especially in the open floor. He just got to work on the jump shot. It's a little janky, but once he gets that figured out, I think Scotty's going to be one of those top players. So if the Raptors can make a little bit of a run here, I think he's going to be one of those breakout players to look for.
Yeah, for me, I'd say RJ Barrett. He's one of the few Knicks that we got rid of that I actually really enjoyed his effort defensively. He's a streaky shooter, but he's a big game guy. He's a big bucket getter. He seems to be able to drive on everybody. He's always able to go left. I think the Raptors got a solid but not spectacular big three there with Bi and Barnes and RJ. Like that's. I don't think it's at the tier it needs to be to compete with the best teams in the world, but it's a dangerous group.
Yeah, I like that one. I got two real quick. I got Cade Cunningham. I know people know him, but he's not a superstar. Like he doesn't have the commercials, the shoes. So if Detroit makes a run like people think they're going to make, his collapsed lung is not collapsed anymore. He will be the reason they win, and I expect him to get all the praise. And another person, again, gonna bother you guys, Jalen Johnson in Atlanta. If they beat the Knicks, it will be because of him. He'll probably average close to a triple-double that series, and he will be a household name that Atlanta hasn't had in a long time. I know they had Trae Young, but the curly hair hasn't fooled anybody. Nobody cares. So Jalen Johnson and Cade are my breakout stars for these playoffs. Next one, let's just talk about who in each conference actually has maybe your top two teams, top three teams that actually have a legit shot at winning the chip this year. We'll start with you, man. What do you got?
For me, in my opinion, there's only four teams that actually have a chance to win the championship this year. Celtics with Jason Tatum coming back, Jaylen Brown's been a monster. Those two are they're the Jordan and Pippen right now. Like they can do it all, 3 and D, and then the shooting that surrounds them. Boston's a very dangerous team. Denver, because they got the damn Joker, man. He is a stat stuffer, 1,000%, but he's stuffing it the right way. Full of the goodies, baby. Points, rebounds. Like what he brings to that team is unbelievable. And he's so good at reducing turnovers by being such a good controlled basketball player. And then Aaron Gordon's just he's a dog. He's a top tier guy. So and then you obviously got the Thunder and you got the Spurs. You know how I feel about Wemby. And then obviously the Thunder. They're loaded to the gills, and they just got another lottery pick. Like it's fun to watch. They got Shy, the most efficient scorer we've seen in years. It's a 4-team race.
Definitely. You'll break down your tiers for us. Actually, let's just go through it. I wanna hear it. Since we're already hearing your contenders, you might as well just break down what you did in your tiers, and let's see what your brackets are like.
Okay, well I'll go quick here. Like it's pretty simple to me. I think the West is coming down to the Spurs and Thunder. It's going to be fantastic to watch. Shy with the little midi, Wemby, he changes that. You know what I mean? That's what he's able to do. It's going to be a great series. I'm looking forward to that. And then I got
any upsets? You got no upsets? Everybody's going to kind of go like top.
I got Houston's my only upset. And then the Celtics Knicks series. I won't even go into it. We all know it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad. Like we're just going to come up short. Like I love Jalen Brunson. He's a phenomenal basketball player. If he was the second option on our team, if we brought Luka Doncic with him, then we'd be set. But he's not your number one, man. Like he dribbles the air out of the ball. He's never going to beat that top guy. Like he's never going to look across the court and beat Shy in a 7-game series or Jason Tatum. There's too many guys better than you, man. The best guy in the league is 99% of the time winning the goddamn league, man. It's pretty simple, man.
That's been your motto. You should get a shirt that says that, man. You should.
You can't prove me wrong, man. Look at the finals. Look who wins the championship, and look who the best player in the world is that year, man.
Facts.
It tells the tale. There's arguments to be had. Bird, Magic, you know what I mean? There's arguments to be had. Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan. Yeah. But arguably, the best guy always wins. Was it Tim Duncan or Kobe? They won every goddamn year between the two of them. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Ejay, real quick, what do you got?
Okay. My contenders, mine are pretty easy. In the East, I think there's only one contender. Maybe I'm a strong grader. I'm sorry, I had a lot of strong graders when I was growing up. The teachers weren't nice to me, so I'm not going to be nice to you. In the East, I'm only giving it to the Boston Celtics. I think that is the only true contender. Now, can other teams have, some upsets? Can injuries play a role? Can something crazy? Yeah, but Boston in the East. In the West, my contenders are the Denver Nuggets and the San Antonio Spurs. And then obviously, I think the OKC Thunder on another tier. I think they're the number one team in the entire league. They're most likely to win it all. When I break down my brackets, though, I got some upsets, fellas. I got some upsets. Like I said on the show, the Raptors, I'm taking the Raptors to move on. I think they can do some things in the first round. Sorry, my phone's glitching on me. I'm also taking in the West. I was thinking heavily about taking the Lakers. I'm scared that if Luka comes back, the whole series will flip. If LeBron can push this series to 5 or 6 games and Luka can get that Spanish medicine, I don't know. Yo no sé. Things can happen. So I'm kind of leaning Lakers, but I'll take Houston for now. Just to wrap it up real quick, I got Denver coming out of the West. I think they're going to take on San Antonio in the Western Conference Finals. I'm taking Jokic in that series. I got Denver coming out. And sorry, not in the Western Conference Finals. They're going to take them out in the semis. Then Denver's going to take on OKC, get their revenge, and go to the finals. And in the East, like I said, I got Boston. I think they're the number one team. They're going to represent the East. So I got East taking on West. We got Boston taking on Denver, and I'm going with the Celtics. Big story for Jason Tatum.
Who was your finals, man? Who was your finals pick?
Thunder Celtics, man, and I got the Thunder winning.
And he's got the Thunder with the repeat. Yeah, you got to give us your chant, bro. You forgot.
My bad. I didn't get to that. So yeah, for the easy money bet, man, lock the Thunder in early. I know it doesn't pay a lot because they're the favorites, but we got to make the money when you can, right?
So you got OKC against Boston. I got Boston against Denver. So we both see Boston making that run.
Yeah, I got real quick. I got the contenders are Detroit and the Celtics in the East, and the Thunder and the Spurs. I think we're all with that. Upset I do have Minnesota taking out Joker. I'm a crazy person.
You're going to ruin my whole bracket if that happens.
And my finals, I believe it was Spurs against the Celtics. And I have the Spurs actually winning. Wemby is going to be the generational talent player that takes the league to the next level. And I'm sure on our socials or on the Bloodline Bet socials, we'll put down who we're going to win the first round.
Yeah, we'll break it down.
Picks on there.
We're going to break it down.
Yeah, and real quick, let me just throw some bets for you guys to have. I know we have a few minutes left, so you guys can make some money.
He's the prop guy.
I'm the prop guy.
Yes,
The first game, Toronto Cleveland. You got Mitchell 20, Ingram 20, Barrett 15, Barnes 6 rebounds, Harden 6 assists, Jared Allen 10 points for plus 352. I think that's an easy one. I shouldn't say that, but that's what I have. Mm-hmm. Next game, I got the Knicks to Hawks. 20 Towns points, 25 Brunson, 20 Jalen, 10 rebounds Jalen Johnson, and 20 points Alexander. That's plus 866.
I like that.
The Laker game, this one was rough for me, but I got LeBron 25, Durant 20, Sengun 15, Thompson 6 rebounds, Durant 4 rebounds, Sengun 4 assists, and Thompson 4 assists for plus 562. And lastly, my favorite one, because I think there's going to be a lot of points, I got Murray 25 points, Joker 25, Joker 10 rebounds, Joker 8 assists, Murray 4 assists, and Ant-Man 20 points.
Nice.
That's plus 495. I think that's probably my favorite one.
I like that. Hey, we're going to get cut out here quick, but before we get out, what do you have for tonight's predictions? Orlando and Charlotte and the Golden State and Phoenix.
Golden State and Charlotte. Let's go. Lights game.
Yeah, I'll just go with players I want to see. I'll go Ball, Curry.
Ball and Curry. Okay, I'm going Orlando, and I'm going Steph Curry. All right, thank you for tuning in. It's another episode of Bloodline Bets. You guys take care. We'll be back.
deep into the eyes, read them like a book. Trapped inside a prison, gotta free them like a crook. Make off with the loot, made off for the joke. Treated like these cowards never needed what we took, and we repeat it like a hook. Caught in the deep, come back like Wheezy. Card 3, sensation. Wait, then pause the beat. Eyes don't lie, truth still hard to see. They're begging me to show them, they're saying that I owe them, but I'll never give it up. Not for you, not for no one. Foreign ride, touring, soaring, open road, explode.